We are going to life cast my hand.
Kind of like get it all over your hand.
It is so trapped in there. Oh my God.
I didn't think I had any preconceptions coming into this thing, but I didn't see this one coming. I know which YouTuber I'm not arm wrestling. Howdy folks, and welcome to a new year. Here's hoping each and every one of you is going in kicking and screaming. This box right here is Zyla's gift. Some of you may still be healing from the trauma of me messing up the whole Secret Santa thing a couple of weeks ago by going away for Christmas and not being here to receive it. But I'm here now, so let's have a look. I'll have you know I did not watch Zyla's video ahead of time, and I have no idea. Okay, fine. Yes, I watched her video the second she dropped it. And yes, I know what's in here, but it's still exciting. When you get yourself something nice online, you already know what's coming, right? Does that make getting it any less exciting? Oh, that sure is pretty. Is that just not the cutest toolbox you have ever seen? That is a right and a left hand. As much as I hate stating the obvious, I'm sure you can see it plastered on my face, but this thing has got me grinning ear to ear. As gift projects go, I've got to hand it to you, Zyla. This is pretty clever and fun. A combination I've always been a fan of. Just to break it down for anyone who hasn't seen her build video, we've got a rather imposing looking dead blow hammer, a rubber mallet called the handmer. That is surprisingly difficult to say. A hex bit finger tightener, or hand tightener 1.0. By the way, this is the only tool labeled with a version number. Has Zyla left us a clue? What has she got planned for this world? Then we got a handsy little spring clamp. Super cute. And standing here talking to you now, I'm only just realizing this isn't likely both her hands, but like a mirrored print of the same hand. I'm so dumb. That'd be pretty cool though to have a 3D model of your own hand, wouldn't it? Use it to like check size and ergonomics of stuff digitally. I'm gonna guess this model, you probably can't like articulate the hand or measure. I'm guessing it's like a flat scan STL type file. Pretty cool nonetheless. Nice work, Zyla. And you have to admit, her instinct was spot on with the tool tote. Really does bring it all together so nicely. Nice selection of wood. It's pretty robust. It's got some good weight to it for the size. And just look at how classy this laser engraving makes it look. Tony's hand tools indeed. But it doesn't end there. I want to show you the trouble she went to add authenticity. Check this detail out. That looks like an honest to goodness real misfired nail. Now how do you think she would have done that? I suppose she could have cut the nail just a 1/4 inch off the end and just gave it a bit of a bend and then bonded it in place. We can only guess. It's so lifelike. I'm just razzing you, Zyla. Good-natured ribbing. The toolbox is just too wholesome. The hand tightener, on the other hand, I've got to be honest, I've got some mixed feelings about it. The concept is perfectly executed. The bit driver is in there at the perfect angle. She must have intentionally molded her hand so the tip of the driver goes right through the casting center of mass. Perfectly balanced and aligned. As you can see, it can reach places no other tools could even dream of getting to. If that weren't enough, the user experience is otherworldly. It gives me this like Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze ghost vibe. I can't do it for you as I'd get a copyright strike, but try something for me. Open another tab and start playing Righteous Brothers' Unchained Melody, and then come back here and watch this part again. The only downside and I say this with the utmost respect, it reminds me too much of an industrial accident. Tell me that doesn't look like a medical textbook example of foreign body inclusion. I don't think it's so much a screwdriver coming out the tip of her finger, because let's be honest, who of us hasn't wished we had a screwdriver growing out the tip of our finger? I don't know, maybe it's that translucency, being able to see that hex shank through the skin. Have you ever seen a drill chuck key stuck in someone's hand? If the answer is no, A, count yourself lucky, and B, for the love of God, don't Google it. Though on the flip side, I could maybe use this as a deterrent. Maybe leave it on my milling machine table and tell my kids it's a real amputated hand. Have I got an idea for you? A little grim, sure, maybe, but hear me out. A whole set of these for shop safety. I mean, imagine walking up to a bandsaw or a table saw and seeing one of these with carbide teeth sticking out of it. I bet that'd wake you up. Sorry. That took a turn, huh? Was not my intention to be laying down the heebie-jeebies. Again, technically, exquisitely executed. The durometer is perfect. I mean, it feels and it looks like a real screwdriver. I bet you can get some good torque on this without that driver slipping. I mean, more torque than I can get with my hand. Otherwise, I could make that driver slip. And just have a look at the detail in that. It's eerie. In fact, these features are so clean, I bet I could use this to unlock the phone I stole from Zyla. Hold on. There it is. I love all of these tools equally. However, I think I like the dead blow hammer more equally. And I want to show you why. I've had this hammer for as long as I can remember. I can't say for sure, but I might have gotten this for my baptism, or maybe when my mom had my baby shower. As far back as I can remember, I've had this hammer hanging and ready on my wall. And hear you me, it has not lived a coddled life. Anyway, rewind a couple of months. One of those weekends back there was a working on the cars weekend. Not my favorite kind of weekends, but what are you gonna do? The last thing this hammer saw before shuffling off this mortal coil was 4 rusty rotors off the wife's car and a few clock springs in my car. We all know how hard it is to get a clock spring in a steering column. And just my luck, I had to hammer 3 of them in place to get one that finally worked. I don't know, maybe they don't make them like they used to. But long story short, I was hammerless. Poor thing. Gone but not forgot. Cue Zyla's hammer. I'm willing to bet she was making this hammer at about the same exact time that my hammer died. If that's not the circle of life, I don't know what is. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Not to mention how fun it is. I mean, just look at it. Ever wonder what Zyla might look like with way too many rubber bands on her wrist? Well, there you go. I've tried it. It doesn't really excel at rock, paper, scissors. You can get a few rounds with it, but tops out about that. But I can smash stuff again, of course. That goes without saying. I could punch someone and the forensics wouldn't point back to me. I finally have someone to pal around with in the garage and not feel as bad talking to myself. In all honesty, it has so many uses. Imagination and maybe societal norms are probably its only limits. Again, thank you, Zyla. Super fun gift. Oh, and if anyone hasn't seen the build video, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Link down in the description. I do take a little issue with how many times she used the word grandpa, but maybe that's a me thing. To everyone else, I've got a little something I want to try real quick off camera, but thanks for watching.